Kellyanne Conway is Donald Trump's campaign manager. Kellyanne, welcome back to Studio 57. You just heard Nancy outline what Hillary Clinton is going to do in this speech today, tying Donald Trump to the alt-right movement. She is going to say that Trump is taking a hate movement mainstream. How will you respond?
I'm just confounded that this is what Secretary Clinton is actually going to tell the American people after she's so scarce. No press conference in 263 days, very few interviews, one last night on a different network that didn't really go very well. And why isn't she out there, Nora, talking about her vision for the next steps after Obamacare, Affordable Care Act? Why don't we actually know her immigration plan very well? Open borders, catch and release, sanctuary cities, executive amnesty. Why isn't she out there saying, here's how I'm going to rebuild the American economy. Here's my position on energy independence. We simply don't know what somebody who has been in public life for decades would do on issues that Americans tell pollsters, including the CBS poll, really animate them. This is not.
But Steve Bannon, who leads the Breitbart website, is now part of the Trump campaign and has heralded the alt-right movement. How would you describe the alt-right movement?
I am not that familiar with it, to be frank with you. I've read about it, but I think that we also are cherry-picking headlines from a website. And is Hillary Clinton running against a website? Or even,
would you say it's fair? Would you say the Trump campaign is a platform for the alt-right movement?
No, not at all. We've never even discussed it internally. It certainly isn't part of our strategy meetings. It's nothing that Mr. Trump says out on the stump. And I just am confounded by the strategy. Hillary Clinton is a smart woman. She has very smart, savvy strategists around her who know what they're doing. We just feel at the Trump campaign that the voters deserve and expect a conversation on substantive issues that they talk about around kitchen tables and over cappuccino counters. You're not going to hear that today.
Is it substantive, though, to call for your candidate to call Hillary Clinton a bigot? Is that substantive?
Have you seen what he is called by her and others on a daily basis? People get away with calling him everything in the book, and people, objective journalists they'll laugh at that. They'll put it on their Twitter feeds. What he is saying is that her policies and the policies of many in her party who are mayors of major cities over a number of decades have not helped people of color.
But does that make her a bigot?
It makes her well, and he's called everything. She's going to call him that today. She's going to call him worse, and everybody's going to cover it like it's news.
At an earlier rally, Mr. Trump said that the numbers with African Americans and Latino individuals are going up. He cited a poll. What poll is he referring to, and can he win with his current numbers?
Yeah, so there was an NBC poll out this week or late last, Kevin, that showed he's got 8% among African Americans nationwide. That really caught our eye because Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan got 6% of African Americans
There's
nationwide.
the poll. We just put the full screen up. So that's right. It is more than Mitt Romney won in the last election. But Hispanic voters, which are the fastest growing demographic in this country, as you know, 22% support. Can Donald Trump win with 22% among Hispanic voters? That is much lower than Mitt Romney won at the end of the election.
Yes, Mitt Romney got 26% of Hispanics, which I think was, a terribly low number. 26% among Asians, both not great. We need to earn those votes. And that's why Mr. Trump is talking about charter schools. We have 2.5 million students in this country in charter schools as we speak. Many of them are Hispanic and African American. I've worked with the charter schools, Eva Moskowitz here in New York City. It's just amazing, the educational system. We're going to talk. I was in that Hispanic roundtable last week with Mr. Trump. They talked about immigration, but they also talked about how important home ownership and small business ownership is to Hispanics, how important multi-generations of families, how important religion is to them, access to capital, how important it is to them to have a strong commander-in-chief. It was a very wide-ranging conversation. We're going to do something like that at 10 o'clock today again. So we need to earn those votes, but we're going to try, Nora.
Kellyanne Conway, thanks so much for being with us this morning.